100% Chelsea. Now with Tony and Louis, we are outside our home of 110 years, Stanford Bridge. Now we're here to talk about Stanford Bridge itself. We all know Stanford Bridge is going to get redeveloped, it seems, and we need to find ourselves a new home for 3 years. So we're gonna give you the lowdown on exactly what it means for our club, what this stadium is going to turn into after this magnificent beauty disappears, and where we might actually go to. So first to start off, Tony, we all know that the plan is now in place in terms of the council and, you know, the whole plans itself and what it's going to look like, how everything is going to be done. First and foremost, a bigger capacity. How's that going to help our club?
Well, 60,000, and I believe to do a 60,000 stadium you need 20 acres. This has got 12, so you know, it's quite incredible what they're actually managing, you know, to be able to do. Because for years and years and years they've tried, you know, they've done various feasibility studies, but they've got the best of the best in to do the job. These guys, you know, they built the Shard. You know, the Queen Elizabeth Diamond Jubilee Bridge and the stadium in Beijing, the Bird's Nest, and Munich's Allianz. So they've got the best of the best, and they've spent 2 years. I mean, I believe Abramovich decided in 2013, basically to make the decision to redevelop Stanford Bridge, and obviously he spent 2 years consulting with the local authority, local residents, local businesses, and obviously the fans. We had a 3-day event here over at the East Stand, and you know, obviously the plans were, you know, evident of what they're trying to do. By all accounts, it's going to look like no other stadium in the world. Cathedral of football, they're calling it. So it's going to look like a castle, like a fortress type stadium, where it's going to be predominantly brick, but it's based on Gothic lines. I believe Westminster Abbey they're talking about. But you know, it's 60,000. All 4 sides are going to look slightly different, but they're basing it back to the roots of, is it 1939 and the stadium as it was then. It's not a like a, you know, a soulless bowl, if you like. And the brick's going to go over, and you know, to form obviously the roof and that, like zigzag London brick. They're building a bridge. You know,
direct to the station, isn't it?
No, the walkway's going. No, the walkway's going from Matthew Harding to direct link to Fulham Broadway. The bridge is linking up to the East Stand. It's an original, well, it's a copy basically of the original bridge dating back to the 14th century. I think it's Henry IV. It was the bridge that linked us up between us and Fulham. So it's a really nice touch, you know. I mean, every conceivable detail, you know, even the right shade of blue, everything has been looked at, you know, into this. And I have read somewhere that it's not 100% that it's 60,000. I've read, I mean, the Express run one where they said 67. And a few of the you know, the consultants that were here, etc., said it's not actually cast in stone as of yet. But underneath the bridge, there's a plaza of cafes and bars and restaurants. It's going to be amazing. Do you know what I mean? And fair play to Roman Abramovich, because he's putting in a small fortune, you know, £500 million quid. Well, £500 million quid of his own money. I mean, it's quite incredible, really. You know, and with a view to putting a further £500 million in, or £1 billion in, and then to hand it over to his son. So he's going to leave a legacy, you know. So what a chairman we've got, you know. And I'm so pleased that it's not going to be like every other type of stadium. I mean, I've seen the Tottenham Stadium. It does look nice. You can't say it doesn't. But it's, you know, this is going to be an iconic, you know, it's going to fit within, you know, this particular area of London, the West End of London. And, you know, it's fit for, you know, for the champions. You know.
Well, you said the 14th century. Talk about we ain't got no history. It seems like.
Well, I mean, 140 years this stadium's been going. You know, I think, was it 1939? Was that the visit of Arsenal? I think it was 82 or 79,000. 120,000 for Dynamo. Is it Dynamo Kiev or Moscow? Dynamo Moscow. Yeah, Dynamo Moscow. You know, I mean, when people talk about history, I mean, I think this is the longest running stadium in operation, either in Europe or in the world. You know, I mean, it was formerly an athletics club, wasn't it? And in 1905, for the birth of Chelsea, 1905.
Yeah, 1905.
But I mean, as an ongoing stadium that's in use right now.
FA Cup finals.
FA Cup finals.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
You know,
was it three FA Cup finals that we had?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Cricket, Olympics, was it?
Olympics,
was it
cricket,
Olympics? Yeah.
We've had everything here.
Everything here,
Wasn't it? They were thinking of it was either here or Wembley they're having for the fight. I think it was a call for George Groves wanted it.
Yeah, he wanted
it.
He's a Chelsea fan. Yeah.
And he wanted to have it at Stanford Bridge, but obviously that wasn't going to happen. But I mean, I think that's the only thing that we haven't staged. We haven't staged a boxing fight, but we've staged everything else. Yeah. I think. Yeah.
Well, this new stadium, I don't know if all of you have seen the designs for the new stadium, but as we've said, it's quite, you know, cathedral-like. It's quite medieval. It's a lot of neutrals have come out and said after the pictures got published that they like the old look because it's very English. You know, it's very, you know, to do with London itself, and it represents Chelsea, in fact, really well. How do you think about, you know, the neutrals admiring our look? Well,
I mean, apart from the usual suspects that are always going to destroy whatever we do, when you look at Man United, I've seen a lot of positive comments from Man United saying, "Wow, you know, I mean, I don't. It's going to be an incredible looking stadium, you know." I mean, they're flattening all four sides. Everything's going. The hotel, the lot. They go because of the problems they got with the width. They've got to go down. I believe it's 4 metres.
They have to, yeah.
Where it's a 3-tier basement where they're going to house the new mega store. You know, there's going to be an archive room and the museum, and where they put the TV games. So that's good for the Champions League nights because that means that there won't be no restriction in capacity. I mean, every conceivable. It's even the right angles are put in place for standing if it comes on. You know, in the future. So. Yeah, you know, it's incredible what he's done, really. Do you know what I mean?
We'll even have an extra stand. I know we've got...
excuse me.
Obviously, there's the 4 stands, West, East, Matthew Harden and Shed. But apparently we're going to get another South stand now coming in. So it's actually going to be 5 sort of sides rather than 4.
Oh, really? OK. I didn't know that. But, I mean, to be fair, I mean, I think all 4 sides are going to look different, but symmetrically they're going to all line up, yeah? I think what's going to be amazing is, can you imagine the noise, the crescendo of noise? When that, I mean, obviously, but by the looks of some of the designs, etc., it's like it all sort of folds over at the top, all the brick. It's, you know, it's going to zigzag all the way up, London brick, and it's going to go up and it's going to turn into, I think it's like a circle, where I might just, where they drop the monitors there, would that be where the... you know, the TV is, you know, I don't know. But what I do know is the next scheduled stage is, I think it's September the 15th. I think, I might be wrong about the date, but I know it's in September, where the modules are all coming out and you'll be able to have a look at it and see, you know, and then obviously it goes off to planning. And then they reckon the year after next will be the time when we say goodbye as it is now. And then, of course, there's the question of where we go. I mean, you know, is it Twickenham? Me personally, I prefer to be at Twickenham. I know you wouldn't, but
it's not a case of preferring to be there. It's a case of it will not happen.
Yeah,
it will not happen. It's the home of English rugby. I mean, it's a completely different sport, and it's like. I think Wembley would be better for us because let's face it, it's our second home. Let's be honest. Let's have it right. I mean. We've won 4 or 5 trophies there. We've won the majority of the FA Cups. We won the first one at the new one, won the last one at the old one. It's our home. It's second home. It's like, I don't know, it's like some posh bloke having his house in Portugal. I don't know. It's like it's our second home, and I think that would be the best place for us to go. I mean, we've got more money than Spurs, so we should get it. If you ask me.
I read that we bid 11 million over 3 years. Tottenham 8. But I think I read somewhere yesterday that Tottenham have got a knockback on it. So in turn, does that mean that we've got a knockback? And I believe they've got a knockback on MK as well. So something to do with the FA or something, saying it can't be done. Do you know what? In the spirit of football, I mean, we're both, you know, redeveloping stadiums. I don't really see any reason why we... I mean, whenever we play at home, they're away. You know, we always play at home when Arsenal are at home, don't we? So, you know, there's no problems there. And, you know, I think it'd be OK, Wembley, don't you? And then when you get all these people, they turn around and say, oh, you won't fill it, you won't do this. Let's have a look, you know, let's have it right here, yeah? Right.
Too right we would.
Well, you know, look, since 2003, Stanford Bridge has been sold out, right? That is game after game after game. That's not just, you know, the league games, that's domestic cup, that's Champions League group stages, the whole lot. So since 2003, we've sold out every time here.
It's got the highest rate.
And we got the highest rate. I see that survey come out yesterday.
99.82%.
Well, there you go.
Attendance.
The stats there, Younes.
Number 1.
Stats. But The reality of the situation is every single game at Stanford Bridge, there's 8,000 tickets available. Yeah, 8,000. And we've got over 120,000 paying club members, yeah? All vying for them 8,000 tickets. So when people say you couldn't fill it, I mean, I'll tell you what, on TalkSport the other day, Darren Gough, I think he was on it, and he was going, well, would they fill it? You know, and he's having a laugh. I'll tell you, I was on hold for about 40 minutes, and I would have destroyed him, you know, but no, I mean, of course, you know, that's the whole reason why we need 60,000. You know, Abramovich wanted 70, by the way. He wanted 70,000, do you know what I mean? But it can't be done. You know, I don't, you know. But no, this is fantastic news. I'm buzzing, you know.
It is. Now, Wembley is obviously the prime option for us to move to. If we can't get Wembley, where do we go?
Twickenham's out of the question. I do not think that will happen. That is never going to happen.
Well, put it out there, which I mean, I see that they link Tottenham. I mean, I think the FA are saying to Tottenham, you've got to go and share with Arsenal at the Emirates.
The Emirates.
Well, I mean,
I'd love to see that.
Well, put it out there to people, you know, 100% Chelsea here. You know, would you share at the Emirates for 3 years? You know, how would you feel about that? I mean, how many? Well, I wouldn't want to do it myself, but I mean, we can't go QPR, can we?
No, we can't.
With Fulham?
We have fans on the roof.
But look at it. It'd be terrible, wouldn't it? I mean, look at the amount of seats that are available. I mean, it's got to be Wembley, isn't it? I mean, if it can't be Wembley, where? Someone said Reading.
To be fair, I don't know about you. I think we will get Wembley in the end.
Well, I do. Yeah.
It's
money talks.
If this does go ahead and we do redevelop Stanford Bridge, you know, 100% confirmed, I think Wembley will probably be it. Which would be good, as everyone said. It's the second home. How long will the whole process take, do you think? When do you think we'll be able to move into our new home?
Well, according to the what they put out there, 3 years. Okay, it will take to do the whole because they've got to flatten it all. You know, we're talking. I mean, they've had to get. I mean, it's not just the local. It's the transport and everything. You know, we're talking. It's a hell of a job. You know what I mean? But 3 years, and if they did it stand by stand, 5, they say. So what they're saying is 2020 is when, you know, we come to the new, you know, cathedral of football. You know, and it will be the best stadium in the country, you know, but by a mile. And actually, if you think about it, we're Arsenal, and I'm not just digging out Arsenal here, but let's have it right. The one thing that Arsenal obviously gone out about over the years has been the Emirates. And, you know, it possibly could be the 4th worst stadium now in London in the next 5 years. With West Ham, no, seriously, in Tottenham's, you know.
That's another option, Olympic Stadium. You could
they won't have it. They won't have it.
Nah, they won't. I mean, it's West Ham.
And they won't have it with Tottenham. But, yeah.
Well, there we are. Our new stadium. If it does happen and we end up moving into our new home, who knows? We could be walking into our new home with about 2 or 3 Champions Leagues. Why not?
Why not?
Within 5 years' time or something, why not?
Let's bring it down a bit. Let's just calm down.
Maybe one.
We can hope. Let's hope. It is doable. It is doable. But that's a whole other topic.
It is. For a different day. Anyway, leave us your thoughts on the new stadium. If you've seen the pictures, let us know what you think of it. What do you think of the whole concept, us demolishing this beauty and, you know, bringing up a new beauty. Thank you, Louis and Tony, once again for coming on to talk about this one. Subscribe to 100% Chelsea.